Alrighty guys, so this is a little bit of a different video. As you can see on the screen, I am building and frame rates are dropping drastically. Okay, no, don't worry about that guys, but today's video is extremely different. So I'm actually doing a replay mod usage, yes, and if you can hear faint music in the background, I'm just having that some background noise so it's not completely empty and a total void in here. So today, I'm not sure if you guessed by the title, I'm rebuilding Sarumans' tower from the Lord of the Rings. I've been getting really into the Lord of the Rings recently, and it's pretty cool, so I decided to remake this tower. Of course, this isn't going to be like a really good one-for-one scale or anything. It's not going to be like epic. It's just how I'm gonna rebuild it, and if it's probably not gonna meet your expectations, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And also I noticed at the end the circle's a tiny bit wonky, but oh well, there's nothing I can do about that now. There's a few things I definitely would have changed in this build that you'll see later on, but for now, as you can see, I've built up the bottom layer and I'm slowly trying to raise it up so then I can go up taller. And also, this is the first episode in a series I think I'm going to do. I'm going to be remaking builds or structures from movies. So if you have any movies that you would like to see me try and recreate, then any movie builds or structures that you'd like to see me try and recreate, then feel free to tell me in the comment section down below, so then I know and I'll have a think about whether I want to do it or not. But I think this is going to be really fun. A really fun series, and I also have decided to mix it up a little bit with this replay. Now, a huge shout out to Ballsy. He sent me the not sent me the link, but he showed me which video would be best to watch to get the replay mod installed, which was the breakdown. The breakdown's a video on it. So if you guys want to go check out that video, there'll be a link in the description to Ballsy's channel and the breakdown video, so you can go check that out. And yeah, and Ballsy's a much better builder than I am, I do have to say so. But as you can see, I'm slowly just trying to make that middle section of the build now. Now in the second half of this video, kind of around mid-ish, I'm not sure how well this video is going to turn out. This is my first time trying anything like this, and I'm not really used to talking like over the top like this. It's pretty strange and not normal, I guess. I'm not no commentator, but I talk while I'm doing it. But I think it's like oddly satisfying just seeing the blocks get placed down. It's weird. But yo, what's up? So as you can see, I am building out of nether brick, which you've probably guessed. I got the red nether brick down as well, but never actually ended up using those because it was too bright, so like it wouldn't have really fit in. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now you can see how I try adding this kind of funnel it in more, but I think it looks too much like a cookie jar, so I end up getting rid of this. I think it's about hairish. I fly out to have a better look at how it's looking, and then I decide to break it at some point in time, which isn't now. I actually go with it for a little bit longer. Yeah, now I'm looking at that. That looks like a cookie jar. I'm glad I got rid of that, yeah. So I kind of fly back, kind of looks like a pickle, so I decided to get rid of it. But yeah, so this is a different type of video, and I'm going to let this run for a tiny bit, and then I'll be back to talk about some more fun things. Oh, and yes, as you can see here, I start taking off this second layer as well, because it was funneling it too much, and then I just decided to increase the height of this layer, and then I go back down and increase the height of the second layers underneath each, and I think it looks pretty sick. And yeah, I'll let this run for a little bit. Okay, so I really don't know what I'm going to be talking at this point in the video, because I kind of had to stop the video to do some things. I had to go back and forth, so frame rate drop again. But I really don't know where I will be talking at this segment. For me, I'm continuing building up the middle section of the thing. Hopefully this isn't off. If it is, it's going to be pretty whack, because I'm going to be speaking the future like some voodoo magic. But also, if I do sound really tired, it's because it's 8 this video, things happened, okay? I didn't anticipate it to be this long of a video, so it probably won't come out as soon as I hoped, but right now I'm actually starting on making the outside kind of area. Now, hopefully this isn't wackadoodles at all, but I'm actually making the outside kind of portion, I guess you could call it, where it starts coming out and going up instead of just going up and out. So that's pretty dope. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this build ended up turning out. One thing I wish I had done is just made the middle area a little bit more stretched and taller, and maybe made the spikes on the top a little bit smaller, but I can't really change anything about that now. It will just be, it would be too hard to move everything up one block and shorten it. It would be too much work. I'm too lazy, okay? That's basically what I'm getting at, and everything's done. I'm not reshooting the video. Ugh. I left this running. Yikes. Hold up. And now I've started working on the second layer going up. You may also see particles coming off my guy now. I gave myself speed, like 10,000. But the thing is, I really don't know if that actually made me faster or actually helped me with placing blocks. Maybe I should have given myself haste. I don't really know. Is haste a potion? Haste isn't a potion, is it? Or is it an effect? It's an effect, right? I don't want to make haste an effect, right? That's not poo-poo. But, yeah, so as you can see, I've started building up the second part. Now, I'm not doing interiors because that would take me another month, and I would have to make everything to scale, and that would probably drive me bonkers, and it wouldn't be good at all. No one would like it. I mean, you guys might like it, but only for small scale ones. Like, if you want to see me do a hobbit hole, then that will have an interior because it's pretty small. But if it's anything else that's bigger than like a normal house, then it probably won't have an interior unless it's like maybe one of the main rooms. But with this Tower of Saruman, you don't really only get to see one room, which is all black. You won't be able to see turd nuggets in this build if I did an interior. But now, excitement, guys! We've reached reached Climax Town. Should have some epic like bass drops over here. I am now starting on those little spiky spikes. So I've started making them come out now. This was the trickiest part, the spikes. I try to keep them as similar down the bottom but change them up the top because they're not all identical up the top. But one thing I would do definitely is I would try and make them identical. Maybe I should use World Edit. As you can see for this one, I didn't use World Edit. I'm not sure if I should regret that or not, but it probably would have made my job a lot easier. But also these aren't similar at the top. That's the only thing I would change about this build, that and the middle section, them being a little bit shorter. But I can't really change that now because that wouldn't really work at all. Like, at all. So, I am exhaling and inhaling because I'm moving in my chair, even though you don't have like face cam. 10,000 subs, face cam review. Anyway, I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words. I really don't know what to say. I didn't script this at all, by the way. This is like free mind-boggling. I have no idea. But now I've started kind of coming out, working on the underbelly, I guess, a little bit more of the towers like this, and I'm trying to bring them up. And now, if you want some, I actually have to go for a break, like here in the video, not like in the recording, editing stage. So there'll be a quick cut like that. And look, we're zooming back on in. I love this replay mod. It's actually great. You're going to see me use it a lot more. If you want to see replay mod with shaders, let me know. I'll probably won't do that as commonly because it would probably take a little bit more work. This was already took a tiny bit to get going, but it's actually really simple. I'm not going to go over that. That's a tutorial. I'm a building channel, I think. Am I? I don't really know what type of channel am I. Comment down below what type of channel you think I am. Anyway, as you can see, I'm bouncing back and forth a lot to try and see where I've built and stuff, and trying to keep it, you know, the same, symmetrical. But actually, looking at this replay back now, Damn, my camera works good. Like, I didn't know I made this look so good. The camera moves with the guy. Anyway, that's enough self-promotion. But now I'm starting on the straight part of Orthanc. I think that's the tower Saruman lives in, Orthanc. Now, I think one thing I could have done is I could have lessened the inward curve. When I do start working on the top, I make it come inward a lot. It kind of curves up over more and then goes up again. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like a semicircle with an extended bit on top. It's pretty weird to explain, but I think I maybe should have made it a little bit straighter. Maybe take a couple of blocks off that curve over, and yeah, I think that's really one of the biggest things I could have changed about this. Also, since we have the ambient music that's amazing in the background, I was playing around with it, and I can make stuff bass boosted. So get ready for a roller coaster of a ride. I know I haven't been adding as many meme effects into my more recent videos, like the explosion, the My Brain one. Maybe if you go check out the block physics mod review that I did, which feels like a century ago, then you'll see that explosion effect. You'll probably see that in a lot of my earlier videos. I say earlier like I have been doing YouTube for a couple of years now. I really haven't been. I've been doing this for like 4 months. But as you can see, I've started making that upward curve. This is the part where I said I wish it would be less curvy, but I mean it still came out pretty good looking, if I do say so myself. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, total brain fart, mate. Yes, no, yes, meme effects. So, I haven't been doing as many in my building videos because they're kind of harder to add. If you want me to maybe make them more light-hearted, then let me know. Because at the moment they're kind of more serious and are more, like, informative and more, like, I'm a businessman and I'm here to sell you barbacle grills. Yeah, because barbacle's the word now. Oh, no. It's like cooking Barbie dolls on a barbecue. That would maybe be entertaining. I really don't know, honestly. I just went full British there. Did you hear that? So now I've started filling in the middle. I decided that it was time that I started filling in this middle area instead of leaving it completely open. It was kind of getting annoying being able to see the eternal abyss of the inside, but who knows if it looks better. I think it's pretty satisfying just watching someone place blocks. If you want to see like a time lapse of me just like breaking stuff with efficiency 5, haste and speed and survival with diamond pick, yo, honestly, Minecraft visual eyeball ASMR maybe. I really don't know anymore. I'm losing my mind, honestly. I'm just running out of things to talk about, so I'm just like bantering. But as you can see, I have filled in this area, so now I'm working on more detail on the spikes coming out of Orthanc. I should probably check that it is Orthanc, but I'm not going to. Please don't bully me if I got that wrong. Yeah. But as you can see, I've started adding upside down stairs to the spiky spikes. You know, the spiky spikes, spiky. But I think it came out really good. So now I'm just trying to give it more texture, more shape. So looking at it from this angle, kind of looks like a trophy. If I took 2 off, then it would look like a trophy. Very interesting. But as you can see, I'm just trying to thicken up the middle area, so then I do have a way. So yeah, so then it looks thick. All right, it doesn't just look like some skinny ass bone over here. Okay, but yeah. So now I'm about to start working, I believe, if I'm correct, I'm about to start working on the massive, sharp, straight up bit, the vertical bit that like launches like a rocket. Either that or I do another spike, I don't know. But as you can see here, I am doing the underbelly of the top part, and I believe I'm actually going to come down the other side. Maybe, I haven't watched this through yet. No, I'm starting, yes, I told you, called it, boys, I called it. But as you can see, I have started running up and down with some more stairs just to give it that more papadoodles, so it looks nicer, I guess you could say. But I am coming along here. Now this is where I start working on the upward spike. So I've played around with a few ways to kind of make it curve upwards-ish. Curve's probably the wrong word. But as you can see, I've started making it weird shapes align, and the universe I don't know anymore. But as you can see, I've started on the going up. Now this is probably one of the hardest transitions because it goes from such like an elegant slope to the sharpest just stab that could kill like one of those eagles from Lord of the Rings, and I think they're in The Hobbit, Battle of the Five Armies. But yeah, so I had to find a way to make them look sharp but curved, which is kind of hard. Well, I probably am not making sense, but who knows anymore, okay? I haven't made sense. I've talked about who knows what in this video. I can't even keep track. It's like 15 minutes. I've been talking for 15 minutes. I've been talking to myself for 15 minutes. Really makes you think. Oh, my mouse isn't nowhere. So now, with this first tower, this is the first spike. This is the one you'll see me work on the most because I'm just trying to get the base shape down before I can kind of know how I'm going to make it look, I guess you could say. So, as you can see here, I'm just kind of curving it up. This one I take the longest on. The other ones I'm pretty quick at, I think. Well, shorter than this one. Like, this is taking up most of the second half. I guess it's just getting that initial shape. Now, maybe I could have curved this a little bit more, maybe thickened up the inside a little bit, like, see that gap in the middle. Maybe I could have done something with that now looking back on it, but I'm still really happy with how this came out. Also, yeah, it's looking pretty dope, if I do say so myself, and maybe at some point in life or something, I'll include the first time I used the replay mod, which it wasn't a total failure. If I was the one driving the replay camera, it would be like a train wreck. You wouldn't be able to see butt turds. But now, as you can see, I'm just trying to make this curve more gradual and not as so sharp and not as so thick. It looked really thick on the sides before, so I think I'm trying to get rid of some of that thickness as we come up upon the spike. Now, this is spike time. I am experimenting with the spike. I probably could have done a lot more with it, but I don't think I did, because now we're swiveling over here, and I'm basically doing the same on this side. I'm curving it up with these upside down stairs, and some slabs are worked into there. I really don't know where I've put them, but basically for this build I really only used blocks, stairs, and slabs. Slabs were the least used block. Bricks were the most used, and stairs were the second most used because they weren't the last and they weren't the first, and they're the only one left, which means they're in the middle, unless there's some other third category that we do not know about. But as you can see, I've already started working on the spike for this one, so I went straight in. Now I do go back and change it up. I did the spike first before I thickened it up. I tried to make it the same height roughly, so it wasn't too off, but it wasn't like too perfect, because the towers, the three towers are pretty similar. They are identical. I think for this one I had kind of in mind the Great Eye, you know, that tower, because those ones aren't really similar. But okay, it still looks good considering I didn't use World Edit. You have to give me some sort of like respect points for that or something. I really don't know anymore. But as you can see, now I try and thicken up the bottom. We can't really see it with this camera angle because it's probably like the worst shot in the world. I'm literally going the opposite way of my dude. Watch, look. Yeah, now he goes. Yeah, now look. This wasn't the best. Honestly, eventually I'm going to show you the world of the replay camera, like the movements, because that world started to lag. I'm glad you can't see the lag in this, but if you actually did go back and see it, it would look crazy, because like it's so much. It was just crazy, because like, yeah, it was so. It looked like a toddler just went to town with a pencil on a piece of paper. I'm not gonna lie. So now I believe I'm also trying to do the anti-thickening strategy. No, I'm actually adding the staircases. Now I think on one of these towers I actually forgot to add the staircases on it straight away. I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I did forget to add the staircases on one of them on the underneath. I'm not sure, but as you can see here, I have nearly completed the second tower. We're just adding this part here. As you can see, I missed a block there. Let me know if you think I should detail this a little bit more. I do detail it pretty well for the time. This was done in maybe like an hour. around like an hour and like 7 minutes maybe. And didn't necessarily rush it, but I'm not going ham details. Like, I'm not making some sort of like French architectural beauty wonder of the world. Okay, this is Minecraft. I'm not that skilled, okay? Like, I'm pretty skilled, or I'm not that skilled. Also, you might have noticed that with all this audio, there will be no cuts in it, apart from maybe the wackadoodles. I might be off. I really don't know where the video's at and this is audio's at. I don't know. But, yeah, so you'll hear a lot of blooper audio because I know how to cut it out, but my time is limited and the pressure of the eye is watching at all times. It's really not. There's no eye. Don't worry about it. But speaking of eyes, I probably don't want to get into this story. I mentioned the story in another video. I can't mention it now because, like, it's nighttime and it would probably not scare me, but, like, kind of scare me, like, paranoia me. So I'm going to stop thinking about that. But that will be in tomorrow's video if you want to hear a special story. Story time with the story box. And as you can see, I think I'm doing pretty well on this spike. I've nailed it out pretty quickly. The only thing left to do is to thicken up the rest. Now, I think this spike I'm working on now is maybe the worst one. I think I put the stairs before I thickened up the back. So it looks really odd and it just goes straight up the massive spike at the end. So I do go back and fix it eventually, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. I know I've said it a bunch of times, but this looks great. It looks a lot better than I had pictured it would, which is always good, I guess you could say, because if something looks better than you imagined, then it's probably, you know, really good, I guess you could say. But now I'm going on to the last spiky. Now, as you can see on the last spiky I did, it's probably the worst one. It goes like straight up. I guess that's how they kind of are. But that one I'm not the happiest with. I think it's the skinniest. And also it goes super straight up, which isn't the best thing for it, I don't think. So I probably will take some advice from this one and flip it around into the next video I do. And now this is going to be a pretty longer video. It's already 22 minutes in. Damn! But that is because this took time, and time is not free, said like someone at some point in time. I'm funny. Yeah. Okay, so now a little bit of explanation. You see how I wasn't moving there? Yeah, that wasn't your computer broken. That was me forgetting to hit unpause before I moved the camera again. So that probably cost me like 30 seconds. But hey, 30 seconds more exporting and uploading time, am I right? I mean, seriously, uploading never used to take this long. Probably could do like 5-minute videos. But also, I have news, people. News from a higher civilization. There's no higher civilization. Maybe there is. I'm no scientist or anything, but I have news, people. If we go back into level 2, this is my country speaking, then I will probably go back to school, which would totally suck. But no, sorry, that was like a weird, don't worry about that. That was just me laughing at something that was ironically said. But the upload schedule would look like Saturday and Sunday will be double upload. So I'll upload on Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday if we hit 30 subscribers on Monday, I'll do something with mods maybe, so building with mods, that could be a cool idea, and etc. I'll go along, but that's kind of the schedule. I'll add in different days where I'll upload depending on how the channel's going. But as you can see, I did put slabs up the top on top of Orthanc, kind of around the edge to give it more texture up the top, and now I go around with staircases. I tried to put staircases on the what do you call it? The underneath kind of diagonal parts. Although I wish I could make them just like turned. You know how you can turn them when you connect and they're going around a corner. I wish I could do that, but I couldn't. So in the end, I do end up switching those out and filling it in with slabs. So I think I may start this hair. No, I don't. But I do actually decide, it's not looking super hot, so I decide to actually take all of those out and replace them with slabs just to make it nicer. As you can see, I'm doing that hair. It kind of makes it run flatter and keeping the stairs, because they add a nice kind of sloping effect to it, which I really liked and wanted to keep. And as you can see from this dramatic, epic upside down shot, it's looking pretty good. I'm really happy with how the outcome was. I think I said that in the beginning of the video, but I really am happy with how it turned out. It looks dope. So now I believe I am still adding slabs, because this was not a speedy process, ladies and gentlemen. Despite how it sounds, it was not. It was a couple of hours, maybe 1 hour, 8 cut. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the end of the video. Me talking will probably go over, but as you can see, Orthanc Sarumans Tower has been completed. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And now for the outro. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. Subscribing helps out my channel so much. It means I'm really grateful. If it will put me in your subscription list, and it will make me easier to find for you. It will suggest me, recommend me, hopefully, if YouTube's being friendly. And also, if you hit the bell, it will send you an email every single time I upload a brand spanking new YouTube video. And if you want to tell me that you like this sort of content and you will see more on the channel, please hit the like button. I'm rushing. The music's going to run out. That's not going to be good for anyone. Music should run out like now-ish. But yeah, also follow my Twitter if you want to know if videos will be coming out later, what time they are, if it's a special video, and stuff like that. Follow my Twitch if you want to see me live stream. I think I am going to start live streaming on YouTube though, so keep an eye on my Twitch, and I'll probably announce that on a YouTube video some point in time. And yeah, that's really all I got to say. There'll be links to Ballsy's channel, the breakdowns video, and the replay mod in the description. You can go check out all that stuff. Have a wonderful day or night, whatever time you're watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace! Oh, wrong button.